Northern California, 1970. Rolling fog hides quiet towns where life moves slowly. But beneath this calm, a predator stalks the roads, a man who would taunt police, newspapers, and the public alike. He would call himself the Zodiac. December 20th, 1968. David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen are shot on Lake Herman Road. The murders appear random, but they mark the first known attack of a serial killer who will soon terrify the Bay Area. July 31st, 1969. 3 letters arrive at San Francisco newspapers. Each contains part of a cryptic puzzle and a threat. The Zodiac had begun to communicate directly, daring the press to publish his twisted messages. A few days later, Donald and Betty Hardin decode the 408-character cipher. Instead of a name, they find a chilling confession. The killer enjoys murder. The Zodiac's voice has entered the public imagination. September 27, 1969. Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard are attacked at Lake Berryessa. Hartnell survives. Shepard dies. The killer leaves his signature, a cross circle symbol, marking the scene with his own dark emblem. April 1970. The Zodiac sends a new cipher, 13 symbols long. This is the Zodiac speaking. My name is... The world is left in suspense. No one has yet solved this puzzle, and the killer's identity remains unknown. June 1970. The Zodiac escalates. Letters arrive with maps and instructions, threatening bombs on school buses. Authorities search the hillsides, while fear grips parents and townsfolk. But no bombs are found, only terror. March 22, 1970. Kathleen Johns is abducted while driving with her baby. She escapes after hours of driving through dark country roads. Her story matches the Zodiac's known methods, taunting, terrorizing, leaving victims alive to tell the tale. October 11, 1969. Zodiac shoots cab driver Paul Stein in Presidio Heights. He takes a piece of Stein's shirt and mails it to the Chronicle, a chilling signature proving he was at the scene. By 1970, the Zodiac had claimed more victims, sending letters that mocked investigators and terrified the public. Newspapers became a battleground, and every new letter brought a fresh wave of fear. November 1970. The Zodiac writes again, threatening random citizens and taunting police. The Bay Area press is scrambled to report every detail. With every letter, the city descends deeper into fear, realizing the killer could strike anywhere at any time. By late 1970, fear has seeped into every corner of the Bay Area. Residents drive cautiously, lovers avoid dark roads, and police patrol endlessly. A killer who communicates through letters and puzzles has turned normal life into a nightly terror. November 8, 1969, but its terror spreads into 1970. The Zodiac sends a 340-symbol cipher. Unlike before, no one can decode it immediately. Each symbol is a taunt, a puzzle designed to challenge both law enforcement and police. Increase patrols and investigations. Suspects are questioned, letters analyzed, and patterns studied. Yet the Zodiac eludes capture, moving in shadows and staying one step ahead of the law. Throughout 1970, the Zodiac continues to strike fear. Phone calls, letters, and sightings keep communities on edge. The killer's identity remains a mystery, his presence haunting the quiet streets and shadowed hills. The Zodiac sends a Halloween letter, taunting authorities and the public. He mocks prior victims, hints at future murders, and cements his reign of terror as a psychological game. Eyewitness accounts trickle in, vague, inconsistent, yet terrifyingly real. The Zodiac's features remain unknown, but his methods and signature become unmistakable. Each sketch keeps investigators and citizens vigilant. The Zodiac claims a hidden cipher linked to Mount Diablo. Authorities rush to locate the site. The puzzle is part challenge, part taunt, yet underscores the killer's obsession with control and fear. The media amplifies the terror. Every new letter, every unsolved cipher becomes front-page news. Citizens fear nighttime drives, strangers, and even their own shadow. The Zodiac controls fear as effectively as he controls his killings. By the end of 1970, the Zodiac remains at large. Investigators grow frustrated. The public grows fearful, and the killer disappears into shadows. His cryptic letters, unsolved ciphers, and brutal acts leave a permanent scar on Northern California. After months of relentless letters and threats, something changes. The Zodiac grows quieter. No new confirmed murders. No clear confessions. For investigators, the silence is not relief, it is dread. A predator does not simply vanish. The Zodiac claimed more victims than authorities could verify. Some cases remain disputed, unsolved murders that share similarities but lack proof. The question lingers: did the Zodiac stop, or did he simply stop writing? Dozens of suspects are investigated. None are charged. Each lead collapses under scrutiny. Alibis, lack of evidence, or unreliable witnesses keep the Zodiac faceless, a name without a body. Arthur Lee Allen becomes the most infamous suspect. He owned Zodiac brand watches and lived near crime locations. Yet DNA, handwriting, and fingerprints never conclusively link him to the murders. Experts analyze handwriting and later DNA samples. Results remain inconclusive. The Zodiac appears careful, leaving just enough evidence to terrorize, but not enough to convict. As fear spreads, imitators emerge. Some letters may not be Zodiacs at all. The myth grows larger than the man, blurring truth, hoaxes, and genuine terror. Even without new killings, fear lingers. Parents warn children. Couples avoid isolated roads. The Zodiac has embedded himself into the psychology of Northern California. Decades pass. Technology improves. Cases are reopened. Yet the Zodiac remains unidentified. A reminder that some crimes resist closure. In 2020, the infamous 340 cipher is finally solved. The message offers no name, only arrogance. The Zodiac writes that he was never afraid of the gas chamber. Even decoded, he denies the world answers. The Zodiac Killer leaves behind no identity, no confession, no justice. Only letters, ciphers, and unanswered questions. In Northern California, the fear faded, but the mystery never did. Years later, the Zodiac case is reopened. New detectives study old evidence, hoping modern science can succeed where the past failed. But time has erased more than it preserved. Partial DNA is recovered from envelopes and stamps. But the samples are incomplete. They raise questions, not answers. The Zodiac remains silent. Different agencies reach different conclusions. Some suspects are dismissed. Others remain debated. No evidence reaches the threshold of certainty. Without a name, the Zodiac becomes something else. A myth, a symbol of fear, a case that grows darker as facts grow thinner. For survivors and victims' families, the mystery never ends. Justice delayed becomes justice denied, and memory becomes the only closure. The region heals. Generations pass, but the roads, the parks, and the letters remain etched into history. What remains are facts, confirmed murders, verified letters, and real victims. Beyond that, certainty dissolves. The Zodiac's name, his face, his final thoughts. Some questions may never be answered. Most killers are caught. Some are forgotten. The Zodiac is neither. He remains unresolved. The Zodiac Killer was never identified, and perhaps that is his final crime, leaving fear without a face and history without an ending. The Zodiac Killer was never identified. No arrest, no confession, only letters, ciphers, and unanswered questions. If this story stayed with you, subscribe for more real cases that history never resolved.